because of that. Because I believe family and unity bring power. You know what I mean? And we are all broken. There's so many broken families because nobody is not a unit. They're not
Yeah,
moving towards the same goal or the same way. You know.
yeah, and then that when you said unit, it just made me hear my daughter's dad's mom in my ear. She said, "He don't want what you want. You want a unit. He don't want that." You know, but and that was the fact.
So
That was the
she
fact.
was telling you that he don't want a unit. She used
Yeah,
that word.
yeah, that's the word that she used. And we were very young. We were under 25. We were 25 and the oldest, but I had already graduated from the university. So I mean, I was definitely in a different space, mentally and emotionally. I was ready to be married and move on to the next phase.
Yeah.
Uh, but like I said, we were just on different levels, and I guess most of my relationship problems probably just come from maybe just not on the same level with the person, but that's all comes in the dating and the choosing. Um,
Yeah, the
but
levels.
yeah,
That's true. The levels. When you said levels,
yeah,
it's levels to it.
yeah,
So that what that taught me when I was saying about the 5 year relationship that I decided to walk away because
mhm,
I was on a different level mindset than the level that he was on. So he
yeah,
couldn't take me there. A
yeah,
man who wants a woman and loves a woman and cares of that woman, he's gonna take her there. He's gonna
yeah,
take her to that level, sexually, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. All of those four components I've been trying to find in past relationships.
yeah,
Okay. And it has to be the level of that person who could take either or to that next step and next level of life. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah. So
So, do you think that good men hang out in certain places? Do you think do you think that a good man would be in a strip club, or do you think they be in certain places?
I've seen how would you know if they're a good man if they're in a strip club? Like I wouldn't like judge a man and say he's a bad man because he's in a strip club. So yeah, I think good men in strip clubs, they just like to see, they just like to see a show. That's it. Well, do you
Mhm.
think good women should be in a strip club?
Um, I mean, like you said, I mean, I don't really want to judge, but I just feel on the most basic level that a certain type of woman and a certain type of man is not going to be there regularly. That's how I feel.
Right.
Um, but I mean,
I can't really like judge it and say a good man in a strip club because you could be like, I mean, that kind of question, I don't know. I can't really answer that because
well,
you
take
know why? You know why I can't answer it? You know why I can't answer it? Because right now today, I'll go in the strip club. If I have that vibe or whatever, I will go in the strip club in a heartbeat. So I can't really answer that to say if a person's good or bad. I mean, a good man.
well, let's take the strip club out of it. Let's just say, do you think that good men hang out in certain places? Like, do you?
No,
Okay.
no, no.
Okay.
If he a good man as far as a married man or just a regular single man. It all depends on what kind of man.
Well, I guess I'm saying a single man. Like, for instance,
A
like,
single man,
yeah, like
he gonna be in the strip club.
yeah, yeah, any single man. But I'm just talking about. The question was just like, do you think like a good man might be here versus there? That was like the question. Like, do you think like you would find a good man in a certain place? That was basically the question.
Yes and no, because a man is gonna be a man. He gonna be in any place.
Okay.
Let's just say it like that. because
That's real. That's real.
let's just say it like that. Because if I go like deep into it, it's gonna go all off track, and you know what I'm saying? The way I'm trying to answer that question. So a man is gonna be a man whether he good or bad, whether he in a strip club or if he at the bar, or even at church, even at church, in the schoolyard, wherever he at. So to answer that,
that's a real answer. It's definitely a real answer.
I don't put no man on no pedestal. I'm not putting no man on no high pedestal. No.
I've heard years ago that some good men be at their kids' games, the single men. They're there. You know.
Yeah, that's a good spot. Yeah, at the game, football games and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was just like the general idea of the question. Like that might be a certain place where you might find somebody. I even heard a joke one time on the radio. They said the good man, they're in the grocery store.
They're in the grocery store. I said that before on one of our shows. He could be right behind you at the bank, at the grocery store, and places that you normally not going to even think. You see what I'm saying? Those be the good men. But nobody want those men. They think they're in the strip club, like you to answer that. They think they're in the strip club, the good men. No, you're not gonna find no. He could be anywhere. You just gotta keep your eyes open, because I wasn't looking. You see what I'm saying, for a good man, right? Yeah. I was placed in this position, and then happened to. It was nothing but God again.
Wow, the timing. Yeah. So if you or he won $1 million lottery, would you split it evenly with him, and would you expect him to?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna put half of that's gonna go in his 2 bank accounts, and then the half is gonna go in my bank accounts, and we're gonna spread it all. We're gonna spread it to our loved ones. So to answer your question, yes, I would, in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
I would. In a heartbeat. What about you?
I would too. I mean, I'm sure that we'll have somebody that say they probably wouldn't split it half. You never know how people are. Some people might not give somebody any, or just give them a little of it, or or hardly none. But I would probably definitely split it. And if it's, and definitely, if it's my husband, it's a no question.
Right. So I'm answering that on that, because I have a husband.
That's right.
Now if I was single, or he was just my boyfriend, we got 10 minutes, and he was my boyfriend, then
what happened?
I don't know what happened.
What did it do?
It just went away. Wait a minute. You're right here. There you go. I don't know.
Can you tell if it's recording?
Hold on. Let me see something. You're right here. There you go. But every time I go out, it's recording.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know why that is there.
Well, you probably can cut that part out.
There it is. I don't know what happened, child. I'll cut that part out. None but the devil.
Yeah, well, usually it's me going frozen, so it's usually always some type of technical
something.
So, from the movie Why Did I Get Married? Have you ever seen those movies?
Why Did I Get Married? Yes.
There's 2 of them. Why Did I Get Married? And Why Did I Get Married?
Why Did I Get Married too?
Yeah. So from the movie Why Did I Get Married, one of the wives was saying, Marcus, I want the password to your phone. Now, what do you think about that? Do you in relationships? Because we live in this generation where your private parts belong to the person in a sense, but that phone is separate. That's the generation that we're in. What do you think about that? Me personally, I don't have a problem with who I'm with having the password to my phone, because I feel like I don't have anything to hide. And I personally don't give my phone number out to people when I'm with somebody, so I don't think it's like a big deal. What do you think?
Passwords, giving passwords. We don't have that problem. We don't have, literally, like, that's what I'm telling you. I've never had to deal with the issues, stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
he never asked for a password because my phone is right there. I mean, he gets my phone, go on his phone. My phone is not locked. He know the he know the password.
Right.
He know how to get in. You see what I'm saying? Right. So I don't have those problems. But now, if he was to get my phone and have it a little too long, I may be like, okay, all right, now, damn, and the same vice versa. You know what I'm saying? He'll be like snatching his phone, like, oh, okay, now, what's up? So
yeah,
no,
yeah,
I
guess I don't know. I mean, like I said, it's so different, in these days. I'm grateful that I experienced having a boyfriend before passwords. I had a boyfriend before cell phones, and I had a boyfriend before social media. So I just appreciate the before and being able to see the differences after. I'm definitely glad.
Have you had that situation as far as phones and passwords and stuff like that?
I would say yeah, because I would say that I never had their password, but they've had mine. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was standard. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm also not married. So at the same sense, I feel like it's important as a woman, it's important to take your relationship.
Even as single. I mean, even if you're in a relationship, boyfriend and girlfriend, that could still be the same, situation as far as passwords. Would you you have that problem with passwords?
Well, like I said, they've had my password. I've never had theirs.
You never had theirs.
Yeah. But I mean, I just feel like, as a woman, I feel like it's important to kind of put a boundary. Not saying not to take your relationship serious, but until it's a marriage and that it's a known commitment, I just feel like, me personally, want to spread the knowledge and wisdom that sometimes you can really take the relationship too seriously. You might not even should take it as serious as you're taking it, because it's not a marriage,
right?
And that's exactly. and that can hurt you as a woman. And you don't need to be hurt. You just gotta kind of like watch and pray, be observant. And my biggest thing is
trusting. You gotta have trust where you don't have to, you just gotta have trust.
You want to have trust anyways. You want to.
It goes a long way when you literally trust in yourself. Mm-hmm, you don't have to worry about nobody. You see what I'm saying? I give it to God. You go out there and you mess up on your own. This is what it is now. If you decide you want to do that, this is what the consequence is,
Yeah, that's true.
So it's up to you.
That is so true.
Well, I like your questions and stuff. I like this.
Well, thank you.
I hope it helps someone, because I'm telling you, listen, like I told you, 18 years in, I got so much more. It's crazy.
I know it. That's why it's important to ask you these questions, because it's valuable when you have a friend with knowledge and wisdom, because some friends you can't really ask them nothing. You can't really get any answers of value.
And they're not going to tell you the right thing, and they're not going to tell you the right thing to do.
Yes, and prime example, I don't know if you heard a little bit about Tyrese's ex-wife.
Mm-hmm.
And it made me think like she needed you as a friend. She really needed you as a friend, because she said people were in her ear, basically convincing her
the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. First of all, you married and you married to Tyrese. Number one, no.
She sounds like she regretted. She sounds like she regretted.
That's what she said. That's what she said. She said she regretted it.
Yeah.
You can't let people break up your relationship, and a marriage is far above any relationship.
Right. And what they got.
Yeah, and it makes me think, like, I mean, who are these people? Because I mean, it sounds like bitter divorced people or something. Like they were divorced or single,
or jealous, or single. Yeah, She that was a mess. I can't believe she even came on and said that. She just made herself look. It just. She seemed immature or something going on with her.
Yeah, and she seemed to, like, you know, maybe about 2 years ago, you know, I would watch her, you know, sometimes she would, you know, have different people on talking like how we're talking right now. And she was kind of like operating and like convinced that, you know, she was right for what she did and that he was wrong. But the thing is, like I said, and like she admitted, she only made that decision because of what people were telling her. And that is a no-no.
Yeah, no. But if you don't know, that was a no-no. But if you don't know and you don't have the knowledge and the right people in your corner to tell you the right thing, you will follow what they're saying, because that's all you have. You see what I'm saying? So that is possible that can go down that way. So yeah, it was just a bad choice and bad decision she made with her husband. She forgot that was her husband.
Yeah. I mean, of course, we don't really know what she went through or how he was, but right. I mean, I think for the most part, I think things can be resolved if two people really wanted to work. I think that they can make it work, and that they can, work it out. It requires participation on both ends, because even if one person is wrong, the other person is still not perfect. You know?
So you both got to come together and resolve. It's all about resolve. So Star, we almost to the end. Is there anything else you wanted to say or ask?
What in the world going on here? Let me just go back to my list, because I look like I asked I asked about everything. This
was great, and that's fine, because we're towards the end. I enjoyed your Q&A. I wasn't expecting those answers, but I hope I answered I wasn't expecting those questions, but I hope I answered them efficiently, so you guys understand what it is